Hello, beautiful souls. I hope you're doing well. Today I have with me Rodger, who lives in Scandinavian countries in Denmark. And it is a pleasure, Rodger, to have you on the channel to talk about manifesting a positive reality on our beautiful Terran planet, on Terra. So first of all, I want to welcome you. And if you want to tell us a little bit more about who you are and, what brings you to share with us some of your projects or ideas. Welcome.
Thank you, Abigail. It's great to be here. I've been looking forward to this. And I love your high vibe channel. And I love the fact that you interview different people and really get a good vibe going. And yeah, it's super, super good. I live in Denmark. I am like a carer as as a job. But that is not how I identify myself, or I define myself. Many years ago, I had a desire to study theology. So I went to college and I studied theology, and I thought I was going to be some kind of a teacher teaching theology. And for many years, I thought that's how it's going to go down. A few years ago, actually about 3 years ago, I had a big deconstruction. So I had a big religious deconstruction, and that hit me really hard. It was really good for me as well. I had been involved in like a charismatic church for many years, but it suddenly hit me. Many of the toxic things that are taught in religion and Christianity. For me, it was like charismatic Christianity. So there was so many things that suddenly I started questioning. And because, of course, you're taught not to question in many Christian environments, you're taught not to question, and you just have to believe whatever the leader, the preacher, says, and not question. But I started to question things and think, why do we do that? Why does that happen? Why did the leader do that? Why is salvation, something for only certain people? And why do we have to get people saved? And so many questions came up for me. So I went through this massive deconstruction, a little bit at a time. I just saw the cracks in religion. I love Yeshua. I love the teaching of Yeshua, but I think he was like deeply, they twisted the teaching of Jesus, the church. Yeah. And this is what I realized now after going through like 3 years of deconstruction, a little, pulling back the layers like an onion, pulling back layer after layer, and realizing that, what have I got left? And I was saying, I can't lose this. And then suddenly there was another layer being pulled back, and then I lost it. And then I said, no, but I don't want to be complete. I don't want to become like an atheist or something like this. But it wasn't up to me. I just needed to go through this in order to come to some kind of a spirituality that was real, something that was real, and I knew in myself was real, because I knew that all these layers of theology that I put on top of things and beliefs, they weren't serving me anymore. I don't believe they're serving anyone, but so I realized that that was kind of partly my mission, is it to do it for myself, to deconstruct for myself, and to see through the cracks in religion. Because the universe is a big place and God, whatever people define as God, it isn't a man in the sky who's angry at people and ready to judge them. And I think of like source as something we are connected to. Everyone is connected to, whether they know it or not, whether they realize it or not. We're all connected to source, and we're all connected to each other. And I started seeing people in a new way. So I started looking at people, instead of looking at people as targets, or looking at people that maybe needed God or needed Jesus or needed religion. I started looking at people and saying, wow, what a beautiful person. Wow, amazing. What a they're showing a way to be God, or a way to be something beautiful that is created. And I believe we're all fractals of source. I believe that we're all interconnected. And I just saw the beauty in people in a new way, and felt just a love and love for people. I don't always feel like that. Just I'm
We're
not
still
perfect.
human.
Yeah, we're still human. I still get irritated a lot of the time. But I started seeing people in a new way, and I've been able to help people. I've been able to help other people that have been questioning religion, questioning their Christianity. I don't believe that, Yeshua, he wanted to make a religion. I think he just wanted to make some kind of revolution of love and the way we looked at each other, the way we acted towards each other. And this is what I found out at the end. I think, yeah, and I am actually happy that I went through it. I'm happy that I went through that experience, because I could be angry, and I actually was a little bit angry in the beginning because I had a leader that was a narcissist. And I could be like angry, so why did I go through that experience? Why did that person do that to me? Why did they act that way? And I've come to the point now, after 3 years, like, of hardcore deconstructing everything, that okay, I'm actually quite happy that I went through these experiences, even though it was hard at the time and terrifying. And I actually feel like I went through hell, some kind of hell. In the last 2 or 3 years, and I felt very alone with it, because many of my friends are Christians still. Many of them don't understand what I've been through, or have a hard time understanding it, and I've just felt very alone with it. But it's been necessary, and there's been a few people I've been able to help along the way and help question things. And I tend to want to challenge people to question their beliefs, and to question why they believe what they do, because that's probably the bigger question. Why do you believe what you believe? That's probably the best question of it.
Absolutely.
So that's been a heck of a journey for me, and that's why I kind of ending up now. I want to bring a positive vibe. I want to bring love to my fellow humans. I want to help people who are ready to question religion, and maybe help them a little bit on the way, and maybe they can learn from my mistakes as well, the mistakes I made, and also maybe they don't have to go through much hell as I did. If I can help them a little out, and realize that the universe is a big universe. We're not alone in the universe. We have our brothers and sisters from upstairs helping us. And that's also something I've realized within the last few years as well, that we have backup, we have help, we have guides, we have our soul families, or star clusters, as Alina mentioned on the webinar, which I thought was awesome. So we have backup, we have help, and they're not demons. They're probably more like angels, because angels are just messengers, basically. Just what angels mean, messengers. So good messengers. So, and also to help people look at a new perspective and look outside of themselves.
Absolutely. That's very inspiring, and I really honor your journey of going within and having the courage to question those beliefs and do it with honesty and authenticity. But then after that, going to people, but with a kind heart, and inviting them to this reflection, rather than trying to push another dogma on them and saying, now you have to believe that, So I really honor your journey. It's a gentle journey. Well, it wasn't gentle for you, but I mean, you're doing it in a gentle way.
Brutal.
by being kind and just understanding what it is to have your complete, world shattered, or beliefs shattered. So I think it's very inspiring the way you do it, in a very empathic and beautiful way. We had I did this project earlier where it was just 1 minute, and you participated in that, and you shared in 1 minute. You talked also about the children, and is that something you would like to mention a couple of words about also, or is it something you would like to share in this interview?
Well, one of my passions is still teaching, because I taught a lot in church. I've also had a teaching job in the past where I taught computers, So I love giving, I love standing up and talking to people, encouraging people, and teaching about a subject I know about. And I miss doing that.
Okay.
So if there's any way that I can use my gift of teaching to, bless other people and things like that, I would love that. And in a way, it's like trying to let people see the bigger picture, I think.
Yeah.
If I can do that. So if, I don't even need to be paid for it. If people, invite me to come and speak about something, I'll go to a church. I'll go anywhere they invite me. And maybe share about what I've been through, and share things that I've gone through, and tell them that there is a way. There's a way you can still respect Christianity. You can still respect Yeshua, and have a relationship with him, and believe in the teachings, the original teachings of Yeshua, and not what we've twisted it to become over the many years. So I think, there's a lot of hope, and I think there's a lot of hope for people who still want to hold on to some kind of version of Christianity. I think the Christianity we had in the first maybe 100 or 200 years was more authentic and real, and was more about love and loving your neighbor and helping your neighbor, and being high vibrational. So
and finding that divinity within ourselves as fractals of this divinity, and
yes,
as humans incarnated.
Yes, exactly, and that's what I found out, to encourage other people, that you find it within yourself. It's not, you don't need to get saved or anything like this. You don't need to do anything, but you just go within yourself. And that's what I started meditating, and I started realizing, wow, I have everything within myself.
Yeah.
And I've started having a beautiful relationship with myself, with my higher self, and also with my brothers and sisters upstairs as well. So
that's beautiful.
Yeah. So that's just what I want to maybe encourage other people with. Encourage people that have also, or maybe there's people that are still stuck in religion, or maybe have religious family that find it hard to understand. They're questioning things, and to just maybe come alongside them and encourage them to look at it in a new way, and maybe to be kind to themselves. A lot of religious people are very hard on themselves, and I went through that myself, being very hard on myself. I really want to please, the man upstairs who's ready to beat me over the head if I do something wrong. But now I take a much more joyful and playful look at life now, and that nobody wants me walking around like sad about things, or overthinking things, or maybe I've done something wrong, or no, I just want to be joyful and show joy to other people, and to help people realize that they have the power within them, and they are a fractal of source. They are powerful. Yeshua, he said, you are like gods, like with small g gods. Like we have power in us to encourage each other, and to do amazing things. Like he said, you'll do greater things than I did. And I think that's what we're doing now, isn't that right, Abigail?
Yeah, this whole going within thing is all about things. That.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Just the fact that we've been able, all of the starseeds have been able to change the vibration on the planet for the good. It's amazing.
Yeah, we have that power for us, and for the collective and the planet itself. So it's absolutely amazing. I apologize, I got mixed up. I said you were about teaching. It wasn't necessarily children, it was teaching in general. I apologize. Interpreted that more fine. Regarding children. But I realized that your mission, in a way, it's really about bringing just the possibility of questioning ourselves as whatever the age.
Yeah, of course.
Just go within and be ready to think differently, or to see that beautiful power we have within ourselves. So this is a very inspiring and important message, I believe, as well. So I think you're doing an amazing job. And
thank you.
Your inner deconstruction is very inspiring as well, to have the courage to do that. Not everybody is ready to do it, but you did a wonderful job.
Yeah, thank you. And it was like a very public deconstruction as well. So that was my decision from the very beginning. I was going to be authentic, and I was going to share how I felt about things, how I changed my mind about certain things, with regarding to theology, the Bible, what people said. And it was very, I would write articles on Facebook and Instagram and to my friends and followers and things like that, so that they would be able to follow the process. And I wasn't looking for likes or comments or anything like that, because most of them are Christians, so they didn't want other people to see that they would like, their friends would see that they like something I put out, then it would be, no, you're not allowed to do that. Not allowed to.
You became
he's a heretic.
A rebel.
He's a heretic. Don't follow him. And I did get some hard comments back from some people. So, but I just put it out there, and I think, okay, if it helps someone, it helps someone. And that has helped a lot of people, actually. So
that's wonderful. And to be authentic in that way is something I honor a lot. So it's beautiful to give yourself the right to be vulnerable in front of people, but it also gives other people the chance to see that they're not the only one going through these crises sometimes and things. So, my dear Rodger, I'm sorry, we're 15 minutes flies, as I said, it's just so I want to thank you immensely for bringing this really, really important topic as well, because religion is really something that's being, deconstructed on a large base, on a large scale right now for many people. So I think your experience will inspire and support a lot of people in that process. I want to thank you for this beautiful message and your amazing experience. Is there a particular website?
Thank you as well.
Sorry, is there a particular website or an email or something you would like to share with us? So if people want to communicate or connect with you, they can do so. You'll send
probably the best way would be to connect with me on Instagram.
Okay.
So it would just be at Rodger Kendrick at Instagram. So go there and find me there, and it's Rodger with a D. So
I'll put that under your picture. This way, people will be able to see throughout the interview how they can connect with you. So excellent.
So thank you for everything you do, Abigail. You do a great job on this channel.
Thank you. And thank you for what you do. And it was a pleasure to have you on the channel. Take immense care of yourself, and high vibes to you.
Bless you.
Thank you.